Now, on Enough Said, with K-Fans Dan Barrero and Justin Guard. Enough Said.
With respect to the president's tweets about alleged wiretapping directed at him by the prior administration, I have no information that supports those tweets, and we have looked carefully inside the FBI.
Welcome back. It's another edition of Enough Said. My name's Dan Barrero. Justin Guard, as usual, with me, and Lori Fisher in the control room to start this nonsense. Go ahead, Lori.
Hi, guys. Yeah, let's get started. A week of chaos in Washington. First, you have FBI Director James Comey on Capitol Hill saying he doesn't have enough evidence to support President Trump's allegations of wiretapping. Some Democrats supporting a filibuster against Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch, and the hot mess with working to repeal and replace the nation's healthcare system. Dan, go for it.
Well, all in a day's work.
And we got, what, 2 minutes to...
That's it, to summarize
solve
everything.
all these issues.
Yeah,
and
sure.
change the world. I guess I start with two thoughts. One, I wish we could, well, at least after this segment, hose down, maybe even before hose down, because it's just so thick and it's just so messy. And in addition, I continue to say it feels as if, to me, Trump's been in office 7.5 years.
Isn't that amazing?
How many? Has it been 2 months?
It's like having a child.
Months.
It feels like he's been here forever, but
Yeah.
he just got here.
Yeah.
Like we have a 4-month-old, and that's what that feels like.
It's endless.
It's true.
Look, on the Gorsuch thing, he got winged a couple of times, maybe. I thought Franken had a good confrontation with him, but I don't think in the end he's going to be denied. I mean, that's going to be, I think, a Trump victory.
Yep.
That's the easy one. On what on the Comey commentary, I think people, as odd as this sounds, aren't taking it seriously enough, because it's a pretty important piece of information when the guy in charge of the FBI confirms what we thought we knew, but now confirms it officially, that that the FBI is investigating potential ties between the former commies, as you like to call it, no, as I like to call them, and the President of the United States or his administration.
Yeah.
Now, they didn't say they have anything yet, but they're continuing
looking
to do
into it.
I'd hope they move fast, because it's a pretty large cloud, I think, hanging over an administration trying to do anything. So on that point, I don't think we should diminish or discount that part of the story.
The soundbite that we opened the show with, doesn't that feel like it was about 7 years ago? That was from Monday. Yeah. That's the funniest part. And that's not even the soundbite. He was talking about tweets that had already been tweeted. Not to be confused.
Tweets, by the way, not statements or things in part of a speech, but tweets. And
not to be confused with, I think, tweets that were then reacted to in real time, I think, as the testimony was rolling. That was the best, is now we've got these meetings where people are monitoring Twitter to get reaction for live testimony. In terms of the healthcare stuff, it seems like that is still a mess, as of this taping. That's added a whole nother level of tension. The ultimatum thing that makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't know what your thoughts are with President Trump last night saying you're either with us or against us, or I'm leaving it in, and guess what? It's on you, and I'm coming after you if you don't vote this through. Well, doesn't that seem a little swampy, swamp-ish?
The whole thing that I don't understand is why we have to move this
quickly.
fast.
I know.
It's such a we can't begin to understand it.
No.
The people who need to understand it can't begin to understand it. And why is it that it's got to be done
right
this
now?
Quickly?
Yeah.
Why can't the process be more deliberate? I don't know.
Okay, we have to wrap it up there.
All right, we'll do it.
We need to move on to the Vikings announcing that running back Latavious Murray had successful ankle surgery on Wednesday. The team pointed out that they knew he needed surgery prior to signing him just last week, and that Murray will be at training camp this summer. Justin.
No mini camp. No mandatory mini camp. No OTAs. Well, we don't know that.
We don't know that. He might be a fast healer.
I want to know which ankle it is, and if that
what difference does it make?
Because because he needs one ankle good to make the cut that he likes to make. He's the one cut
if
runner.
He's moving right or left.
That's what I want to figure out, because that's where we need to put our good offensive linemen. So if it's the left ankle that's good, put all your good linemen on the left side, because we're not
our good linemen.
That's what I mean.
Hopefully, we
need
lucky
two.
To have one.
So let's say 1.5 to 2. You put all your good linemen there. I'm not really all that concerned about this. I do take them at their word that they knew. Yeah. Yes. Because I think we would have found out.
You believe him on dead birds?
No, I don't believe him on the dead birds.
Okay.
I don't believe him on that. But, it's not ideal when your quote-unquote prize free agent signee has to have some surgery. But
can I get a question? Do you think Spielman would answer this question honestly?
No.
Did you
what's the question? No, it doesn't matter.
Did you sign Murray because he's the running back you wanted, or did you sign Murray because he was the best of not in all that many inspiring options?
I would say it would be the latter for sure. interesting, though,
he
that
can catch passes. We get that.
Yeah, and apparently he can block a little bit as well.
He had the best offensive line ever, and he averaged 4 yards a carry.
Is that true? And a really good quarterback, too, by the way, with a really good passing game.
I'm worried that at a number of positions, running back and line, that it's really more the latter across the board. And sometimes that can work out for you.
Sure.
But a lot of times it raises the question of, did you really improve yourselves enough, or did you go with, well, we got to fill these holes, and these are the best.
We just
guys
need bodies
at
point. Exactly. And if you listen to other general managers, we talked about that story on the radio.
What's the new
They're
deal?
not convinced with the offensive lineman that it's even an upgrade in some cases from what we had a year ago.
Well, what is this rash of? It seems to me we've had this viral rash of anonymous savagery going between teams, and it seems like the Vikings are the target much of this time. And I haven't noticed as many of these as this year. Have you? I mean, we're getting pilloried every week.
We are. I don't know.
Almost every day.
I think it's easy because last year everybody loved them.
Yeah,
and so maybe some people got mad about that. Maybe some people didn't like that.
Or how much of it is other GMs doing it for whatever they may have their own selfish reasons. So that's why I have a hard time knowing whether I should accept any of it, even though some of it actually sounds scaringly close to the truth.
Other interesting part, where's Adrian Peterson in all of this? Spielman said when they signed Murray, no more Adrian. Adrian is not signed yet.
He would be a great arena ball.
Adrian is not part of this block. We don't have a whole topic
No
on
Adrian Peterson?
Sorry.
Okay.
Maybe next week. Let's keep going. Maybe we'll see more of Murray because NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says they will cut down on the frequency of commercial breaks to help speed up football games. He admits it is annoying when they come back from commercial, kickoff, and then go back to break. Dan.
Well, I mean, there's a couple ways to look at this. I mean, for people who aren't plastered in front of the TV, the breaks give them an opportunity to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
Also gives them the opportunity to get the next, layer of feed bag, whatever you want on the. So, I mean, in theory, this makes some sense. But it's going to be ruined anyway, and that's why I'm surprised Lori is burying this part of it.
The replay part?
Yeah, it's going to be whatever advantages you get for fewer commercial breaks will be negated because now people like you have demanded replay and challenges on every play, including apparently now they're at least talking about all pass interference, every penalty, including the what would be called judgment call penalties, which is going to take another hour anyway. So what do you want? Do you want shorter or longer? You got to decide.
The length actually really never bothers me all that much. Yeah, I know we've talked about college football before, that those games go on for like 4 hours.
Much worse than pro.
The NFL, for all its faults, with too many commercials, too many replays, too many penalties, all of that, you can still mark it down. It's very soccer-like. The best thing you can say about soccer is it's 2 hours and you're gone.
We got a point in our last game.
No, but NFL, it's 3 hours to 3:15. Very rarely does a game go longer than 3:15.
Yes.
So, yes, there are some issues with how long the games go, but they're not like college where they can go on forever, just in perpetuity. The technology, Dan, is only going to get better when it comes to instant replay. We're going to have more cameras. We're going to have virtual reality soon. We're going to have refs are going to have cameras.
And we're going to ruin flow.
We're not going to ruin flow.
We're going to ruin flow in this sport. We're going to ruin flow in basketball. Are we talking about that later? I don't even remember. But
with replays and
what
stuff?
used to be fun about this was it was a certain amount of time, and you could count on there was going to be a lot of action as opposed
There'll
to
still be action.
Officials look at, well, we're not going to look into the booth
They're going to look
anymore.
at tablets now. They're already streamlining that. It's going to be nice.
And you're still going to be annoyed by 13 other calls anyway. You're never going to get it right.
But we're going to minimize. We're going to minimize the fewest. We're going to make it the fewest number of missed calls that we possibly can. They're going to have cameras. The tablet thing is genius. Just bring the tablet out as opposed to the